Now we need to talk about this because this is getting out of hand. And it's like we expect every game and it's starting to get normal and it's just not football. It's making football look dead. It's making football look boring. It's making football boring. And it's like it's just making football be just unfair, and it's making football be not good to watch for any spectator. It don't matter which side you're supporting, it's just not fun watching a football game. And if you enjoy watching a football game like this, then it is crazy because you can't be a football fan. If you enjoy watching football like this, you can't be a football fan because it is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Argentina's game, embarrassing. And England's game was such a good game, but there was also flaws in refereeing. And now we'll cover this shit all in this video. So first, we got England's game. What a game it was against Norway. What a game. It was a very good game to watch. A very good game to watch. And both teams gave it their all. I can say that. Norway gave it their all for sure. There was parts that they could have done better, and more to the end, it looked like they were just too exhausted and they gave up. That's the truth about it. And if I'm being honest, I thought Haaland would have done better, but Haaland, I think, got demotivated in certain plays. And one of them being Sørloth 2v1 with Haaland. You telling me you are in a 2v1? Sørloth has the ball. To your left is Haaland. The defender is more on your side, so you can easily pass the ball to Haaland. And it's not just any other random player. It's Haaland. The man that is competing for the golden boot. The man who almost has the same goals as Messi. Mbappe has more goals than Harry Kane, who is versing right now. That's the guy that is to your left. And this guy chooses to hold the ball and then push it to his left where the whole team is coming back of England. And then he takes a shot which just passes it basically to Pickford. And after that, Haaland don't feel like playing the game after that. Because he is embarrassing. You are teammates. It don't matter who you are. That other guy is in your team and you know who he is. You know what he can do. You know if you pass the ball to him on the left, he is going to tuck it away easily. And your country is going to be winning England again. And they would have the league and it would change the whole picture of the game. It would change the whole dynamic of the game if that goal is scored. And he chose not to pass it. Maybe that was ego. Maybe he don't want to pass it because he don't want Haaland to get the spotlight again, like he did the previous games. Maybe that is the case, but that is unforgivable. That is very unforgivable. If I was Norway, if I was a Norway fan, if I was Norway's managers, Norway's higher ups, he would not get chosen again. Because in my eyes and in anybody's eyes, that is him not wanting Haaland to score. That is him not wanting Haaland to take the glory. That is literally what it is. And that is just out of hand because Haaland is your main character. Haaland is your main player. If Haaland is the one that's been taking you this far, and that's just facts. He literally single-handedly scored against Brazil 2 times. And that's just unforgivable. And then England going to score, and that Bellingham done an extraordinary game. Bellingham is doing an extraordinary World Cup, bro. He is showing everybody that he is not an average midfielder. He's showing everybody who he is. Bellingham is that guy. Bellingham is that guy, and he's showing it in the biggest stage of them all. And nobody can say otherwise because World Cup is the biggest stage. It's the biggest stage in football. You can't get a bigger stage than the World Cup. And he's doing it on the knockouts. He's doing it on the quarterfinals. He's doing it on the round of 16s. He scored both goals to take his country through the round of 16. And he does it again against Norway. Does 2 goals. Where England, in this game, England could not find no rhythm against Norway. They could not break Norway's defense. And that's just facts. Harry Kane couldn't even get the ball in dangerous situations. Harry Kane did not do what he did in other games where he scored. Harry Kane could not do that in this game. They could not break the box of Norway. They could not break the chains of Norway. And that's just facts. And the man done it himself. Bellingham done it himself. The first goal, he receives it and drags it all the way with players surrounding him. Norway players surrounding him. He receives the ball and dribbles it to the left and then bangs it across the goal. And that is just a beautiful worked goal by Bellingham. That is a single man doing that. And then the second goal, it was a poor goalkeeping. Yes, it was a poor goalkeeping. But look, you got strikers in that situation and did not do the movement to go get a rebound because they did not believe, therefore the keeper would have had it. And the only player that done the movement to go for rebounds was Bellingham, a midfielder. He saw that the goalkeeper did not have it in his hands, and he went for the rebounds and got there before the defender and managed to tap it in. And that was a Bellingham show. And that was him using his instinctives to score that goal. And then we go ahead. Yes, England's goal. Yes. If you did not know, it hit. Apparently, it hit one of the lines of the cameras or something when Pickford hit that forward. Yes, it did. And which led into Bellingham's goal. Yes, people saying it's rigged or not, it don't matter. The goal had not really anything to do with it. It didn't have anything to do with it. I would not say it's rigged on that point of view. And I would say, yes, maybe it did hit the ball. As you can see, it did hit the ball. I mean, it did hit the line or the line of the camera or whatever. And he done a bit of a deflection. Yes, it did. But it doesn't mean that the whole play was based on that. The whole play, they done it themselves. So stop trying to take credit off the goal. And then when it comes to the second Norway goal, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, the second Norway goal, or yeah, where Haaland is in the box, right? And then apparently he pushes the defender down, which that is not the case. In my opinion, and in any other football game, that would not be called the other way. And that's just facts. That would not be called the other way. If it was not the World Cup, and if it was a normal game in any other league, that would not be called. And that's just facts, guys. It would not be called because they are both holding each other. Yes, they're both pushing each other because that's what you do in the corner. But they are both hands up holding each other. So that is not Haaland's foul. It would be Haaland's foul if the other one was not grabbing him like he was. They were both grabbing each other. So of course it's gonna get messy if you're both grabbing each other. If the England player was just doing this with his hands like around so he guards Haaland or whatever, if he was doing that and then Haaland pushes him forward, that is one way. So that is a foul going the other way. But if they're both hustling and both holding each other, you telling me that is a flipping foul? I don't know, bro. In my opinion, that was not a foul, and that was bullshit. And that foul changed the whole game, and it's facts. Fouls like that, small fouls like that, and stuff small like that always changes the dynamic of the games. And it could go with the other, like for the other team, because of those small calls of the ref. That's what I'm saying. Refs are so important. So small calls like that kill a team, and they kill a game going the other way. And that's what I'm saying. Refereeing in this World Cup has not been consistent. It's been horrible, matter of fact. It's been awful. And it's just a disgrace. And it's sad to see because it's such a good World Cup. And there's been so many good games, so many upsets, so many good games. It's been just a good football World Cup. But the refereeing is making the World Cup worse. It's making the World Cup not as good, as enjoyable to watch because it's just been horrible. And unfortunately, we're coming to the end of the World Cup. And let's hope that the refereeing for these semi-finals and finals is way better. Because right now, it's horrible. But anyways, then we go, we done with the Norway game. It was a beautiful game. I'm not even gonna lie. Schlotterrup with a beautiful goal. He probably meant to cross it, but at the end of the day, it was still an amazing goal. And Pickford should have probably done better at that because he takes his hand off. And that is not what a goalkeeper should do. You can't take your hand off thinking that it's going to go out because you can't think it's going to go out. You got to know it's going to go out before you take your hand. But yes, it was a beautiful goal. Don't take it away from Schlotterrup. And then Bellingham just lost Bellingham. And Bellingham shows why he is on the talks of the greatest midfielders in the world right now. And even the best players in the world. And Bellingham showed it in this World Cup. He's having an extraordinary World Cup. And guys can't even talk about the debate between, oh, Pedri is on the next level. Bellingham doesn't even reach his toes. Bro, Bellingham just showed you guys that he is in the talks and he might even be better than Pedri. He just showed it. He literally has been showing it in this World Cup. He's been showing it. Has Pedri been showing it? No. Pedri's not been showing it. Pedri's not even been doing a good World Cup. He's not been doing a good World Cup. He got benched last game. He came off the bench last game. He didn't even start. He wasn't even a starter. He didn't even have the privilege. He didn't even have anything to start the game. The manager even think it was fit to start the game. Like fit as like he would fit the team to start that game. And that is just crazy because you can't compare Bellingham and Pedri maybe before this World Cup. But after this World Cup, you ain't going to be able to fucking put both of them together. Because clearly Bellingham is showing that he's superior to Pedri because he is doing this on the biggest stage. Pedri ain't doing this on the biggest stage. But yeah, Pedri does better in La Liga, but that's La Liga. Yes, Pedri does you can't even say that he does better than Bellingham in the Champions League. But you can say that he does better than Bellingham in the La Liga. But that's La Liga. Now what are you going to say? World Cup, biggest stage of them all. Biggest and baddest stage of them all. Now what are you going to say? Exactly. So I'm not even trying to take sides. I'm just saying Bellingham showed that he's that guy. But now we go to the greatest Argentina game. And as we all know, this game is always rigged. I can't even lie. I can't even watch Argentina games nowadays because this shit is horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. I can't even watch Argentina games, bro. The refereeing just be so one-sided that it's just impossible to watch. It's never a good football game. Even if they try and make it a good football game, it's not a football game because the referee kills everything. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing and I don't even know what to say because that shit is horrible. So first we got Embolo. I'm just gonna say the biggest things because I don't really watch the whole game. I just can't watch Argentina games, but I watched highlights and I watched the clips online and everything. And what I saw was extraordinary. But I'ma just say the main bits because I don't want to drag this out. I'ma just say Embolo goes through, gets hit. Yes, it might have been on the shoulder, whatever, but it's in the box at the end of the day. And it should go to VAR to see if it's a penalty. I'm not saying it would be a penalty or not. It might not even be a penalty because that was shoulder to shoulder, if I'm not mistaken. But who knows? But it should at least go to VAR. So you telling me that play doesn't go to VAR? Come on, big bro. So that play doesn't go to VAR. But when Embolo simulates, that goes to VAR. So you don't do penalties to go to VAR. But now you create a new rule saying that simulations go to VAR now. Simulations go to VAR now. What are we talking about? Simulations. A player simulating has never, ever, ever gone to a VAR. They have never called the referee to go check for a flipping simulation. What are we talking about? We talking about a referee stopping the whole game, getting called by VAR, saying that the referee has to go check if it's a simulation? Are you stupid? What am I seeing? In all the years that I've watched football, that I've known football, that was never a rule. Even with the new rules added, that was never a rule. What are we doing? What are we doing? We are changing rules during the game? That's what we doing? That ass? It can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. Argentina don't want it that bad. You can't be telling me that bullshit. That is embarrassing, bro. And then he goes check VAR and he says that Embolo simulates, which he did, to be honest. He simulated. He simulated, but if the referee don't call it at that time, and if he don't see it properly, if he don't call it at that time, going to VAR is embarrassing. Because no other referee has ever gone to a fucking VAR to go check if it's a simulation. Unless it's a penalty. Unless it's in the box. My brother, that's not even in the box. That's far away from the box, boy. Like, that shit is all the way in halfway line. And you telling me that you're going to go check a simulation just to give the guy the red card? Just to give him the red card? Are we serious? Like, what are we doing, man? It's embarrassing. It's breaking our game right now, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. This shit is embarrassing. I can't watch Argentina games. I will watch England versus Argentina. That's going to be a very fun game. But I cannot watch Argentina games for real. I'll probably watch like one Argentina game, but not even the whole way in this whole World Cup. I've watched highlights. I've watched bits like when it's live. I've watched now and then. But then more to the end, I just don't like watching because it's always rigged, bro. It's some bullshit. Um, and um, and then also I wanna talk about McAllister. So you telling me Almiron done this and then takes it off and he gets a red card and the rules is that you can't cover your mouth or else you get a card. If I'm not mistaken, it's a red card or something like that. Um, but I think after the hydration, McAllister goes like this and then he realizes it and takes it out. Did he get checked by VAR? Nope. Was it ever going to be checked by VAR? Nope. But if it was a Swiss player, it would have been checked by VAR. Would have got a red card and taken him out of the game. And that's what I'm talking about. It's unfair and it's like they got no dignity, bro. You got no dignity. You actually have no dignity because these stuff happens and you just let it happen. And it's like you do it in front of people's eyes. You make it so obvious. You don't even try and hide it. Now you just make it too obvious. And it's just embarrassing. You telling me Messi runs up into a player, jumps on top of the Swiss player, and it's a fucking dangerous free kick? Come on, big bro. I actually don't even want to talk about these refs anymore. I don't want to talk. I feel like I'd just be talking about refs because this is horrible. It's horrible. It kills our game and it makes our game just so boring. It makes it so boring. Like certain games, it just makes it so boring to watch. Like this is why I like watching France and shit because it's just a more fun football game. It's probably the only times you get good football game is watching France. Watch France against Morocco, good game. Watch France play against Senegal, good game. And this is what I'll be talking about. Those are good games. Now we watch Argentina. Argentina, embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing. I'm not even trying to throw hate. You guys can say whatever. I'm not trying to throw hate. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I don't know how you can be an Argentina fan and say, oh my God, Argentina is the greatest national team. Bro, they're not. They got carried last World Cup and now they're getting carried again. It's trash. It's embarrassing. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm done talking this shit, bro, because it just gets me pissed off. But yeah, now we go on to the semi-finals and we'll see how it goes. Hope you guys did enjoy my waffling. Let me know what your guys' opinions are. And thank you guys so much for supporting and for the recent support that you guys have done, showed to me anywhere. And I really do appreciate everything and I'll continue giving you guys content. I appreciate you guys and I'll catch you guys in the next one.